What is going on, fantabulous people? Welcome back to a brand new day of unstoppable CS2 case market coverage. We're just going to be jumping right into this because we do not waste your time or your money here at this channel. Starting off with the snakebite case, grown about a cent from yesterday where it was at 33 cents up to 34 today. Not too crazy of a movement as it was at 35 a few days ago. So just continual bounces up and down that we'll regularly see on that snakebite case. The clutch case has just now, wow, holy shit. Guys, somebody just bought into this big time. I'm telling you guys, I was literally just scoping the prices on this maybe 5 minutes ago. These were sitting at about 63 cents, now all the way up pretty much to 69 cents. Somebody's absolutely going through on these. So we're going to keep our eye on this. I expect it to fluctuate back down. This could just be temporarily boosted, but up to 69 cents would be huge. I mean, we've seen a lot of continued growth on this clutch case, especially within the last month. If you go ahead and look at this current monthly chart here, on the week hasn't been too crazy, been a little stagnant, sitting at 63 cents. But if we're talking about right now where it's at, 66, 69. So that's a really, really big jump in a week for that clutch case, really within a day. I mean, it was just moments ago sitting at 63. So I don't expect it to stay up there. Maybe it'll stay around 65-ish range by tomorrow, but we'll see. CS20s have stayed where they've remained for the past few days, though, looking to me like they could take a jump up to 87 here soon. Only about 400 left on the market at this price, so slowly getting bought up, but not really. These are not moving in the same volumes that we're seeing other cases move, especially the Prismas and currently right now the Horizons. Uh, Prismas have been staying the same price for a little while. Again, the Prisma 2s, I think we can expect to see these climb up into $1.08 within the next few days if these get bought up and nobody continues to bolster the market at this price, which somebody is right now currently. So can't guarantee that, but you never know. These cases get bought up by the thousands per day, so this is all changing every single day, and that's why you guys got to come back and see what's going on in the market each and every day. With these danger zones still sitting at about $1.15, but that's still pretty good on these. We haven't really seen a substantial drop off on these from where they really began their growth from the 90-cent range up into again $1.15 where they're at now, really within a month, which is huge growth on a case of that price, especially with that many still in circulation. So the shadows fell back down to about 122. That's actually just somebody listing it off. I take that back. Still sitting about 130. So actually up a cent from yesterday. If you go ahead and look at that, the horizons are saying 144, but that's just some offloaders. I do believe, yes, just one or two people. Really, it's up to about 166 realistically after these next two sell off, which is actually very big. I mean, I was telling you guys again, and I mentioned this the last few videos, but this has really been the biggest mover, so I've been commenting on it uh, each and every day because this is the one that's really been surging right now. But I mentioned maybe 4 days ago when it was at 158, I said, hey, I think it's going to be at 160 within. I was very, very conservative and said within a few weeks or so. And again, it's only been maybe a few days, and we're now well over the 160 range, up to 166 on this one. So that's really big for a week. We're going to have to keep watching where this one goes. Again, it could fall back down a little bit. You never know. But I think within the next few months, or at least by the end of the year, I'd probably by the end of the year. Again, that's my conservative estimate. My brash estimate would be to say it's going to be at about $2 within about 3 months. But again, that is the balls to the wall estimate. So you never know. I think at least though within the year we're going to be seeing that get up to about $2. And as with all the other cases outside of the horizon, we really have not seen a lot of movement. If you go ahead and look at the wildfire, this one's been staying stagnant, but this is one that I haven't reported on much, but we've seen a good amount of growth within the last couple weeks. Um, Really like starting in early January, just around $3, all the way up to 340 within just over a couple weeks now. That's really not bad. Um, and if you can see steady growth like that on like any specific case, then that is over the long term, you're going to be seeing a lot of growth. Now, with these mid-tier priced cases, I said this yesterday and the day before, really a lot of stagnation. If you go ahead and look, not a ton of movement on these. The spectrums right here are not actually this low right now. If I'm going to be honest, they are just displaying that way. Hopefully my little market's not going to crash here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yeah, these spectrum cases. Just looks like some offloaders. These should shoot back up into like the 230 range. I don't think this is realistically as steep of a fall off as we've been seeing it. I mean, yeah, 230 range is actually about where we're going to be at. So it's a little fall off from where it peaked at. But again, if you go ahead and look at the trajectory of every single case, they will have its fall offs and then peak, fall off and peak. But each peak eventually will outgrow the previous peak, leading to growth over time. So you just have to remain patient. Patience is key on this market. But yeah, that's really where we've been seeing the movement. And one more I wanted to mention is the Vanguard case. This was just like now, while it's gonna look a little stagnant here, because when you get to these higher price ranges, it's harder to see like ginormous percentage change jumps. But like, if you go ahead and look at the start of the month, about 337, now up over $4, and looks to be climbing very easily. Like that's not even like 10 cases right there. So to where it's going to be up into the 407 range and above. So these I really expect to be growing fast. And then when you see them get again to these much lower numbers listed at these higher prices, you can see the price fluctuate much faster than you would on the lower priced cases. So with this one, I don't think it's unrealistic to say that we could see this go up to like $5 by the end of the I say year as a very conservative estimate, but like if you look at the last month being up, 60 cents and more in the last month, that really doesn't sound crazy to even say, 4 months or something that could happen. Or even less, obviously. But again, I do like to be overly conservative because I don't want to make any crazy statements. Things could just have fall off if people stop buying it or some people start listing it crazy. You never know. There's no 100% predictability on the market, but generally you can have confidence in knowledge about what you're doing when you're going into things. But yeah, that's really all the big movers we've seen today. Not a lot of movement on a lot of other cases. Again, the horizons really still are the day-to-day biggest movers that we've seen. Uh, Along with the Vanguards. I mean, really starting the week at like 150 on these, now up to 165, 166 range. So 16 cents in a week is a pretty huge jump on these horizons. And I actually expect these to continue growing. It seems like we've been seeing a lot of buys on these. So keep your eye on that. But yeah, thank you guys for all coming out. This has just been another tremendous day in CS2 case market coverage. And yeah, we'll be catching you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a tremendous evening.